Hello, good morning. This is Business. Grey market activity has been identified to be posing a threat to the profitability of businesses in the automobile sector. A grey market refers to trading in commodities through distribution channels that are legal but are unintended to be used by the original manufacturer. This is seen in the large importation of cars onto the Ghanaian market by individuals rather than representatives of the original car makers in the country. Speaking to Joy Business at the press conference before the launch of the new Jaguar F-Pace range, the operations director of Jaguar Land Rover Sub-Saharan Africa, Nigel Clark, urged the tightening of regulations on the importation of cars onto the markets.
The real challenge is not only in Ghana, it's in other countries as well, is there's a lot of grey market that comes in outside, which is not to Jaguar Land Rover, it's to a specification outside of Ghana. So there could be issues with fuel quality, there could be issues with technical quality. And that is much more of a challenge for us in Ghana and any other country in Africa than taxation. And because the cars come in, there's no control over the cars coming in. It's a large informal economy. It doesn't only affect Jaguar Land Rover, it affects many other brands as well. But to the consumer, he's buying a car that's not technically signed off from a specification or a fuel quality perspective for the Ghanaian market. We are seeing many markets introduce legislation or reduce the time span of how old a vehicle can be to come in. And that will help. And hopefully over time those regulations, legislations will get tighter and tighter. But that's a real challenge for us and the consumers that buy those cars and bring them in to be serviced.
Now, Transnational Incorporated, Ecobank Transnational Incorporated, ETI, says it has not brought an end to its acquisition drive as a growth strategy. ETI, which is the parent institution of Ecobank Ghana, has grown significantly across the continent through acquisitions and mergers. However, with the current financial challenges facing the group, there are speculations it will end its expansion strategy. But speaking to Joy Business after the bank took its turn on the Ghana Stock Exchange Facts Behind the Figures session, Group Chief Executive of the company, Ade Ayeyemi, says it's even looking at acquiring another bank in Ghana if the opportunity presents itself.
As a strategic intent, we've now acquired across all the countries. We now want to consolidate and execute against that. But that execution and consolidation of the execution does not mean that we will not, if we see an opportunity to do something, that we will not do it. But that is not what our go-to-market strategy is today. We've said that as an organization, we are not going to be number one in every market. It's not possible. The best way is to, in the markets where we are number one today, we need to create a distance to competition. In the markets where we are 1 to 3 today, we need to defend our position. In some key markets like Nigeria and Kenya, we want to make sure that we get to scale in those markets. But there will be markets where we will participate profitably because that's the best way to be able to deliver to our shareholders. We recognize that size can create a problem if it's not properly used. As an economist, I understand the value of economy of scale. But economy of scale that is not properly leveraged creates a problem. As you can see, we have our data center in Ghana. We use that across the group. That is leveraging economy of scale. We've said that we are going to create regional processing centers, having been able to create centrally and distribute across the group. That is leveraging economy of scale. We said that we are going to have our innovation in some places where we'll be able to create new products and distribute it across. That is leveraging economy of scale.
And that's all in business for now. Do join us again at midday for more business news updates. My name is Emmanuel Abuaji-Riafi.